Okay. Don't say a word. Just keep walking, real casual, okay? Let's do this. I'll show it to you, but you can't tell anybody else where it is, okay? Deal.
Tim Schafer was spot on when he took his sketchbook and wrote the greatest metal-themed video game to ever hit shelves.
How goes it? Good to see you. The kids who work here don't know where it came from, of course, but neither do the old-timers. None of them bought it, so there's no tracking number. As far as they know, it's just always been here. Okay, this is where they usually keep it. Uh-oh. No, did somebody buy it? Oh, man! I would have bought it myself, but I just felt like it was too big, too valuable, like the kind of thing no one man should possess. Yes! Here it is. Okay. You sure you're ready for this? Because what I hold in my hand is not just gonna blow your mind, it's gonna blow your soul. Go ahead. Open it. If you dare.
Metal! The menu system is spot on and hella sweet and flows perfectly with the theme. Just really well done. Brütal Legend starring Jack Black and many other legends of the metal scene really captivate the game's essence. Just it's so pure and true to heart. It's really golden for me, and that's because I'm a huge metal fan. The theme of the game is clever as hell, and its fast-paced storyline with some great original elements.
Whoa. Okay, I would ask nicely for some of your giant bass strings, but you don't strike me as the negotiating type, so out of personal respect, I'll just get right to the ass kicking.
Boss fights are really rad and always end in brutal ways. They are all entertaining and different from each other in strategy. Combat in Brütal Legend is a standard action slasher with tons of style. You literally have an axe for you to chop away at people. You also have a demon-slaying electricity-created guitar for range combating. Add that 1-2 punch to a guitar solo mechanic that basically you use throughout the game to summon objects, melt away your opponent's faces, buff your teammates, create rally points. The solo system is really fun to do. So the combat really works out great for the casual gamer, but it's really built for the hardcore. I thought the character design was simply genius, metal-themed artwork, and everything is just out of the norm. You know, something you could expect from, Tim Schafer. For anybody who isn't into heavy metal, this game is a great gateway for the greatest music on the frickin' planet. For those who are into metal, like me, you're in for some gut-wrenching sweetness. Brütal Legends has a serious soundtrack of over 100 tracks, and it's really where it's at. You know, I love how you unlock the tracks as you advance through the game, and then you also get a point where, you know, you could change the music as you want, or even customize the playlist. Really a sweet touch. One of my favorite things about this game is the vehicle that Eddie builds in the beginning of the game, and it's truly his real sidekick. Just kick-ass driving mechanics that's really fun to play. And then, you know, it's also your main source of transportation. You basically go anywhere you want to go, almost anywhere, with your ride. The world is open-ended in Brütal Legend, so you could basically do anything freely. There's no forced missions or anything like that. You basically have this giant map, you go through it, you get to set, you know, destinations. So if you want to go to your mission, if you want to go to your secondary, and then there's a lot of, you know, hidden stuff throughout the giant world that's right in front of you. It's your choice to be as adventurous as possible from the beginning, but you won't really have access to most of the places until you advance through the storyline. With that being said, there's lush, spacey land literally everywhere with very impressive, varied environments, and I really like the awesome lava liquid visual effects. Really nice touch. all the secondary missions get so repetitive, it's not even funny, but you kind of want to do them just to get more upgrade points, so you could get newer parts for your car, you could, you know, upgrade your axe, you could, you know, there's a whole slew of things you could do with upgrade points. So you know, I wouldn't really necessarily call the secondary missions, you know, original, but they are fun, and they're definitely fun to do a couple times through. But once you hit the, you know, 5th, 6th time of you doing the same thing of, like, you know, protecting like a base, you know, or protecting your friends from an ambush or any other secondary mission, that's you know, it kind of gets boring, and it just, you know, I just feel like they want to extend the game as much as possible. I would have rather played the game clocking in at 5 hours instead of 8, and still enjoying it as much, but without having those, you know, repetitive secondary missions. The baddies are almost always all around, and they progressively get stronger as you do. So every time you're upgrading and you're moving on through the missions, they're actually getting stronger too, and they're coming in with more flocks, newer enemies, and, you know, more interesting enemies start showing up towards the second half of the game, and I think a lot of people will be intrigued by those wacky characters.
I think we're here.
Escape sequences are also intense, but very, very satisfying.
Giant Spider Queen. Anybody got a problem with that? My friend is dying. I'm heading in there now. You sure you don't want to talk me out of it? No? Okay.
I was very surprised to see that there's real-time strategy support in this game, as in you start building your base, which is your stage, and then you have these fan vessels, which are your resources, and you pretty much try to build an army as fast as possible to try to take out the other guy's base. In this mode, you're basically fighting for all the vessels you can, which is, again, all your resources, and basically you use the resources to spawn more armies. So you can spawn anything from headbangers, you know, to the razor chicks, to motorcycle healers, to, you know, anybody who can contribute, basically. And as you progress through the game, you get higher levels of these, you know, AI that really help you out.
Did you know that this world was once ruled by an ancient race of Titans? Now they were something. They took every part of that old fire beast. They took his blood, his fire, his steel flesh. They even took his scream. And they made that car there, and a million other things, including music. Fucking...
Hey, what's the deal? I thought you were
So ultimately, Tim Schafer once again shines as he designs a game that enlightens the heart of the gamer in the most brutal way. Any game that hooks me and I sit there and play it for 2 to 4 hours a session means it's a damn fine title. Make that double fine. Solid replay value, robust multiplayer mode, easily a return play through the campaign, you know, big horns up from Gaming Head. Enjoy Brütal Legend, as it's the perfect way to start the pre-holiday season fiasco.
Drag your wounded up here before they die, and I'll heal them all.
Alright, come see us in Bladehenge sometime. Got some new t-shirts coming in, I'll totally hook you up.